My name's Catherine. I'm an artist and art educator, and today I'm going to show you how I painted this watercolor pattern. It actually started from a small watercolor painting that I'd made, and I wanted to see if I could take the same motifs and turn them into a repeating pattern. I'm using 6 Arches watercolor blocks as my canvas. I didn't draw first, I just started painting. Later in the video, I'll show you what happens when I make a mistake. The pattern features birds, butterflies, and some lories, which are birds that you find in South Africa. A lot of this video is sped up because painting this pattern took an incredibly long time. I wanted to have a balance of large flowers and then smaller flowers and birds and butterflies dotted in among the big flowers. This is unplanned, it's just a sort of meditative stream of consciousness type of painting. I'm using Girataki, Ganzai watercolors, as well as a few other specific pinks that are in the Holbein range, and a few other random ones that I've picked up along the way. You can see that I'm moving the blocks around, and this is so that the edges join up when I edit it to make it into a seamless repeating pattern. It means that I can see how the pattern develops as I paint it. I wanted to include some hibiscus flowers, which are also native to South Africa and very beautiful flowers. With this one, I've been experimenting with a slightly offset horizontal repeat, which you'll see later in the video. It might mean it's much harder to edit and join, but we'll see when we get to that point. I love painting butterflies. Birds are sometimes harder, and some of these birds had to be redone. This one in the middle was particularly bad. That little hummingbird there turned out quite well. Here I'm patching over a few birds that I didn't like. So I'm just cutting out a bit of paper in the right shape and sticking it on top. I know that I'm going to edit this in Photoshop to create my repeating pattern, so it's a good way to get rid of mistakes. I've actually got a Skillshare class on how to create a half drop repeat pattern similar to this. So if you are interested in learning how to do this, you can head over to Skillshare and watch that class. I love the way the watercolors can blend on the paper. By having the canvas moving around, it means I can see where the gaps are and then fill them in with whatever I think is needed. I particularly like having the birds looking at the butterflies and the butterflies coming to the flowers. I sort of try and create some kind of communication in my designs. And I like hiding lots of birds and creatures in my patterns. It's not actually as fast as this video makes it appear. Here you can see how long it actually takes. It's a bit mad. For me, it's kind of like an active meditation. It's something that calms me down and it makes me feel centered. But it is a bit mad, and especially when you have to erase the parts that you don't like that tiny little leaf that just wouldn't work. It's quite exciting when it starts to come together. When you paint on small blocks like this, one of the good things about it is that if you mess up one of the pages, you can just redo that page. So it allows you to make mistakes and to try again and again to get it right without losing the entire piece. This kind of pattern is definitely not perfect, but it's also definitely humanly made. It's not digital art. It's hand painted. And I like that. I hope you do too.